Hey everyone, my name is Nick. I've been programming for over 10 years, and today I'm going to teach you how to use the terminal. So this is part 4 in the series. In the first 3 parts, we went over the basics, like how to navigate, how to create files, and how to learn every single command that you're going to need to use. In this final part, I'm going to show you how to improve your productivity by mastering aliases, your zsh shell RC, and how to install oh-my-zsh shell to have the best experience possible. So the first thing we're going to talk about is how to save time. The one thing about command line is unless you optimize your workflow, you're going to be typing a lot. It's going to take you a really long time to do everything you want to do. So what I'm going to show you first is how to create aliases. Aliases are basically a way for you to have shortcuts to do common actions really quickly by typing a lot less. So in order to create your first alias, what we're going to do is edit what you call the dot file. On macOS, this is called the zsh shell RC file, and it is a file that allows you to add aliases, allows you to create variables, and basically create a template for your development experience on the terminal. So what we're going to do is go to your home directory, so run cd and run pwd to make sure you're in your home directory. And now let's edit the dot file zsh shell rc. So for the first time, I'm going to use nano because this is very easy to use. Feel free to use any editor you want. You can even use something like VS Code, but I'm going to use nano to stay in the terminal. So let's run nano, and then the file is called .zshrc, and press enter. And as you can see, I already have a couple of aliases defined here. This is a file where each line can contain a bash command, but you don't really need to know what that means. In this case, we're just going to use it to define a couple of aliases. So this is how you define one. So you write alias and then the name of the alias. So this is what we're going to type instead of the commands. This is the shortcut where we're going to run. So this is called P, and this alias is going to, what it's actually going to execute is cd, so change directory, into my documents directory and my projects. So what this alias is going to allow me to do is whenever I run p, it's going to jump to this directory where I'm going to keep all of my programming projects. This is an easy way to organize your code, make sure it's all in the same place, and let you very quickly access it just by running p. The second alias is, I call it desktop. So I'm going to run desk, and every time I run desk, it's going to actually change directory to my desktop directory. Let's write a final one, alias, and let's call it docs. And whenever I run docs, it's going to actually change directory to my home directory / documents. And just to drive the point home, I'm going to create one final alias, which is going to be pretty stupid, but just so you can see, you can do anything with aliases that you can normally type out in a command line. Alias, hello, and what we're going to do is just echo hello. So now that we've created a couple of aliases, let's save and exit. So to save, as you can see down below, we have all of the instructions here. You just press Command O and press Enter to use this file name, and then Command X to exit. So before we actually have the aliases available, we need to do one last thing, which is source the file. This is done automatically whenever you open a new window in the terminal, but because we're using the same window, let's run source and then the same file .z, sorry if I can type, zsh shell rc. And this is going to effectively reload the configuration. If you don't want to write this, you can also just close the window and open a new window. So now whenever I run p, it's going to try to navigate into this directory. But as you can see, the cd command, which we ran by running the alias, actually returned an error. So it's saying no such file or directory, and then the directory which we were navigating to. So what I'm going to do is just copy this path and then run the commands we learned before, which is mkdir to create a directory, just to create that directory. And so now if I run p, it will just navigate to that directory. When I run cd, it just navigates us back to the home directory. I can also do the same with my other aliases. So if I run desk, which is the name of the alias we defined, it will just navigate me to the desktop. And if I run docs, it will navigate me to my documents. So now it's really easy to just create a new project from scratch using the command line. Think about how hard this normally is for the Finder. You have to open the Finder, you have to find the right folder, right? It might be really deep in your documents. And then you have to create a new folder inside there and maybe open the text editor. Instead, I just run p, make dir, let's say project A, and then I can just navigate into that project, and now I can code. For example, if I want to open Visual Studio Code, I can do that by running code dot to open this directory in VS Code. And look at that. Now I can start programming, and that was really, really easy. So if we go back, I can also run the other alias which I created, hello. And as you can see, you can run any command using aliases that you can run in the terminal. So echo, anything like that. Finally, I'm going to show you how to further customize your terminal by pre-populating that Z shell configuration file, which we edited before, with a bunch of great default settings. So as you might have noticed in my previous tutorials, I had a very custom looking terminal. This one is very plain, but the custom terminal had different colors. You know, when I run ls, the output was in different colors, and in general it looked a lot nicer. So all you need to do is Google oh-my-zsh and then visit this page, copy the curl command in the instructions, and finally let's go back into the terminal, paste that in, and install oh-my-zsh. As you can see, I now have a completely different looking prompt, and when I run ls, for example, let's run ls-l to print everything on the new line, you see now I have colors, different colors. We have a nice prompt. And if you want to learn more about the features, you can just read the oh-my-zsh page. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much. Hopefully by now, you know all the basics to use the terminal. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. Also, let me know what else I can teach you in the comments. There's a lot of topics that are often difficult to beginners, so please let me know, and I'm happy to make more videos that will help you. Enjoy your day, guys, and I'll see you next time.